Hello. Today we're going to be doing something different, and I'm going to go through all the perks which I think are underrated on Ghostface and rate them all one by one. So today we're going to be running Play with Your Food, and in case you don't know what it does, every time you let your obsession escape, you get a token that increases your speed by 5%, up to 3 tokens. And I think it's going to be really useful in increasing your map pressure and getting to gens you normally would not be able to get to. And we're going to run it alongside the rest of the normal build, Ruin, Corrupt, and Discordance, to know where people are on gens and to help with the gen regression a little bit. And we're going to be using the shoot pin and security camera add-ons to help with our recovery and to help with our tracking even more. So we got the Saloon this time, which is a pretty good map for this killer. There's a lot of high stock points, and the pallets are really weak. Aside from a few. And I know someone's gonna spawn in that corner. If you spawn at the Saloon, there's always gonna be someone in that corner and probably near the windmill. And I see someone right there. I think they changed the spawns in a recent update or something. Before they weren't able to spawn in that corner, but I guess I just 99 him and move on. So I wanted to see if I could stalk someone on the backside, but I guess I wasn't able to. And I didn't want to mark the David either. Felix probably thought I was going inside the loop. So that was his mistake, but it wasn't unreasonable to assume he'd do that. Also, that gen was really fast. I don't remember if they had like a really strong toolbox or something. Or there might have been just all 3 people on that gen. I don't know why I figured someone might be there, but it made sense. And they're probably healing under the hook because they're not coming out of this direction. And if they're not getting healed, it means they've already moved on. So we can't stay there much longer. And they don't seem to want to go back to that gen. They probably ran all the way around the map. Doesn't look like we can get the people on the gen, so I can go back for the Felix. I thought that was my obsession. I didn't want to hit him right away. But I can still get him here. There doesn't seem to be any pallets around. So I think it's not a really good idea to try to farm stacks really early on. There's no point, and you're gonna lose them pretty quickly anyway. So my plan is to get stacks, like in the middle of the game, when I'm about to kill someone. That way I can down them really quickly and get rid of them when I need to. And also, you don't really have to farm all 3 stacks. You can do just fine with just 2. There's someone in a locker below me. So I was actually going to mark the David because I figured he'd run for the hook save, but I changed my mind at the last second because I didn't want to mark him and lose that stock right away. Even though that might have been the better option. Don't be afraid of marking people if they get in the way. And the injured Fang risked her life to save this poor man. I'm gonna try to get another stack out of this. Then he stops to heal the Fang. So I'm actually not gonna slug here. I want to use the perk a bit more. Wait, was that a Kobe? Yeah, Felix is still up there. Oh well. I'm actually not gonna hook the Felix right away. I still kind of want him alive. These guys went down way too quickly. And you gotta time the swing right, because a lot of people just waste pallets like that. Normally you shouldn't just switch the obsession like that, but she's not on death hook, so we can keep her alive for some time. Yeah, if someone's on death hook, it's kind of a bad idea if they're the obsession, because you'll have to kill them quickly and you won't be able to get stacks out of it. I don't want to mark the Felix just yet. I think that's who's 99. So I try to do the lean tech here. You have to look at people outside of your stock box to see who's actually going without marking them. That way I was able to look at Felix pass by and not actually mark him. And my 2 stacks of Play With Your Food helped me catch up to him quickly, though, to be honest, I probably could have gotten him without the extra speed. I don't really need to down shake right now. I was thinking of maybe getting more stacks, but down him might have been the better option if you're trying to play this completely sweatily. Seriously? I don't know. She seems to be the only one here because Discordance would have procced otherwise. So 1 stack is enough. And I try to find someone else. So I can down the David here, but I want to try something else where I bait the Feng into coming for the save. Because she sees the David marked. But I kind of mess up the lead tech here, and I mark her too early. But she still wants to try to go for the save. And then David saw Feng was marked, so he thought it was safe for him to go as well. They might try to go around the back. Let's see if we can cut them off. Well, a little too late, but I don't want to down them still. Yeah, he finally noticed me there. Those bushes aren't terrible if you're trying to hide. So Discordance didn't proc it, so I know they're healing over there. And that's why, in my opinion, you don't need Nurse's Calling. If you use other perks, which can help you in other situations as well, you can figure out whether or not they're healing. And you can stalk through these walls on a lot of maps, like the Gas Heaven Breakable wall. You can actually stalk the gen inside the building. A bit of lag there. I don't know if I'll be able to actually sneak up on them. Seemed like she'd go inside the building, but she just kept running. We can try to get some stacks, even though we don't really need them at this pallet. Alright, so we're on Sanctum this time, it's a pretty okay map, honestly. It's really hard to stock that middle gen, believe it or not. You have a pretty high chance of getting seen if you try to walk up there and try to stalk them. And sometimes people spawn at the jungle gyms closer to you if you spawn at the edge of the map. Somehow, luckily, there's a rock here and I'm able to stalk them. But otherwise, like, unless you find a good rock like that, you can't get stocks easily. I'm gonna leave them for now to try to find some more stocks, and I'll come back for them later. The crow just flew over there. There might be someone over there. I don't know if my totem breaking was from anyone. I was a little too late in trying to stop him. That happens to me a lot, to be honest, but it takes a lot of practice to get used to. Like, you have to know, like, the exact gen times and when exactly to go there. I break myself out of stealth here, so it'll recover faster after I down this Dwight at this not very strong loop. Actually, it could be pretty strong, but like no one knows how to run it, so that's alright. Steve tries to go in for a cheeky flashlight save. I see one person, which means the other is behind a gen, most likely. That's where you can't see people's auras. I really wish they'd fix that, but it might actually be intended. Who knows? Fang already got past me. I was hoping to catch her before she started running over. And I got stuck on the rock, a bit sloppy on my part. Though she did end up farming him. I know the person just came from the other side of the map. I know they weren't already on my side. And they were behind a gen. So that's why I couldn't see them with my my add-on. Trying to farm some more stacks here. I know I said that you don't really need stacks that early on, and which is true, but it's still nice to get them when you can. And that's what happens when you 99 a lot of people early on. Otherwise, Fang would have gotten the unhook again, and I would have wasted more time trying to down them. You have to give up a little bit of gen progress to improve your game further down the line. When you're using Play With Your Food, it's really helpful to get your Obsession 99 so you can down them whenever you have to. These people keep trying to farm, which I actually don't like going against because it just makes the game really boring. Though I did not really want to get decisive there because I'm gonna have to kill this Steve later, and I'm not going to be able to get stacks out of it. And my extra speed from earlier helps me catch up to him really quickly. Like I don't think there's anything you could have done there. So I was trying to do a bait here, but I forgot that Dwight was still over where I hooked Steve, and that he just healed. So that was a mistake on my part. That was a nice fake on his part as well. Though he got stuck on the locker. It's not really his fault. The lockers don't usually spawn over there. I think it's only on this map that they spawn like at the wall. So I kept running forward because good players tend to just drop the pallet and keep running. They don't tend to camp it. So me doubling back was trying to see what kind of player she was, and she was the kind that just kept vaulting the pallets when you went to the other side. A smarter player would fake the vault and keep running around the loop, so I was prepared for that instead of what she just did. And I know I can just hook her, but what's the fun in that? I think Fang already saw me though. And my obsession's been dead, so I have no stacks. And that's why you want to try to avoid getting decisive like that. Unless you really can't ever find the obsession. Actually, I don't think... Yeah, just don't get decisive. The obsession should be someone you like never hook until the very end of the game. So that you can just keep farming them for stacks and marking them as bait for the other survivors. I feel like there's more I could have done with playthrough food against even better players. Like, if you hook someone and your obsession's nearby, you can mark them and farm a few stacks off of them, and then zoom right back to the hook where someone might be going for the save. I might actually make a sequel where I try those advanced tricks I was talking about. But yeah, you can definitely get use out of this perk, especially on larger maps like Rotten Fields. But for now, the next perk is going to be Make Your Choice, or I might make another playthrough food video. But yeah, until then, I'll see you next time.